All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My name is LaSalad, and I will be your host for today's episode and every episode here on the channel, my friends. Things are starting to get interesting on the last episode. We finally learned how to put together two scraps of mysterious paper to fit into one. Oh my goodness, it blew my mind that these students were finally able to do that. We found a lot of other stuff out. Details. You guys have played the game, I haven't. I don't need to explain what we found out. We found out a lot, and we are trying to narrow down exactly who could have done it. Okay, fine. I'll talk about a little bit about it. It was revealed that Hifumi was actually part of this whole plot scheme, and somehow he ended up being able to move Taka's body, and he was playing dead, and there was a whole thing, and we're still trying to figure out what the heck it all means, but the big reveal was Hifumi was part of this entire scandal, and I think that's just extraordinarily crazy, because I could have never seen it coming. That was excellent job by the game to give us a little bit of a alternative on what you might normally think. They blew my mind with that, because you would never think that Hifumi could have ever played a part in this, considering he ended up dead. So it's a little bit off the beaten track, but the game pulled it off, or so we think. Anyway, we're gonna see how they explain it from here on out. So Sakura is talking about how when the note was ripped, it left behind only one small scrap when Hifumi stole it from Taka, I believe. So without further ado, let's jump into it, and maybe we'll conclude on this episode. I don't know how long this trial is, but I feel like we're getting to the climax.
Did I get all that right?
Sure sounds like it.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Yeah, why would you steal it if it wasn't?
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
If Kyoko says it, it's law. How many times do I gotta tell you? If Kyoko thinks if Kyoko thinks that Hifumi played a part as the accomplice, he played a part as the accomplice. End of story. We don't need evidence.
Whoa.
That's all we need. Just Kyoko's word, bro.
Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing.
I am so glad that you are convinced, Hiro. So glad. As long as you're convinced as well. You know, if Hiro's convinced, I'm in for sure.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
You just had to go off the deep end, didn't you, buddy? You just had to go off the deep end. You could have been nice and subtle about it. You could be like, yeah, I agree with you. No, you just had to continue talking and go off the deep end. You're a fool, dude.
Sorry, no.
No, we saw him die in front of us. Plus the Monokuma announcement, bro.
Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Even though he wasn't technically dead by that point, but whatever. The game clearly isn't using complete 100% logic when it comes to that, because he did open his eyes again when Hina cried on him.
The second body discovery announcement proves
Right,
that.
but technically he actually was alive after that body announcement, but then he died shortly after. So technically the game is a little wrong there, but like whatever, we'll excuse it for now.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
I gotta imagine somebody in this room. Good guess, LaSalad.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Right.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's
This was the
body.
part that was tripping me up, because I was like, well, if Hifumi was in the repository with the door locked when we came to investigate the room and the door was locked, there is no way that he could have been in there by himself, because how on earth would he have winded up dead with the door locked and the door unlocked after that? There's no way. Somebody had to be in there with him. And I didn't say that last time. I basically said, how could the door have been locked if he was still alive in there and then he ends up dead and then the door's unlocked? That doesn't make sense. But I didn't elaborate on the fact that somebody must have been in there with him. But I was thinking about that a little bit after the episode.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
That's not a big window of time, is it?
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Can Sakura confirm this?
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Genocide Jill, put a cork in it, please. Not now.
Who are you calling a walrus?
I guess you. What are you gonna do about it? Clap back at her, bro. You ain't gonna let her get away with that, are you?
Anyway, when they were killed.
I guess
bothers
Hiro
me,
says,
too.
yeah, you are gonna let her get away with it.
Something that's been bothering me even more.
Oh, jeez. Who wants to bet this might be the stupidest thing he said in the game yet? I just have a feeling.
And what might that be?
Yes, what might that be, Celeste? You're incredibly suspicious, by the way. You are my main suspect at this point, you and Hino. But, it's mainly you, just because of how weird you've been acting this entire trial,
The
dude.
weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
That's a legitimate question. What the hell? He's low-key right. What weapon was used?
Weapon?
Yeah, the weapon. The weapon. What weapon? I actually never thought. Hero. Whoa. Brainiac out of nowhere. Hello, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file,
What? What is bro doing? Why is he, like, all of a sudden paying attention?
the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Excuse me? Who took over this man's body? This is not Hero.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Excuse me? Bro, are they trolling with this? Hero never is, like, this smart. He never pays attention like this. He's always off in La La Land. What the hell is the game doing here?
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository...
Bro, all of a sudden, like, activated his inner Scooby-Doo mystery machine, like, powers. And, like, what is going on here?
culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers,
He just keeps going.
kill Hifumi,
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
and put the hammer back where they found it.
What? He just keeps going.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Why have you not ever talked like this the rest of the game? Why do you all of a sudden know exactly how to read clues and decipher stuff, dude? What the heck?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
He's not wrong. I think Byaku's just as surprised as I am because he's like, what the? He's like, I've never heard you talk like that. Well, Hero, what? You're blowing my damn mind, dude. I don't even know how to react to this. He's had this in him the whole time. He just pretends to be stupid the whole time.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Or maybe he can only activate it, you know, every once in a while, like a special power or something. But, like, it's throwing me off because it's so unlike him. He's normally the dumbest idiot ever.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
Okay.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
Why instruments? They were both killed using pianos? Like why? I don't really think that's the right terminology, Sakura.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
Right, so we don't know what actually killed Hifumi. This is a good point, and I can't believe it was Hero of all people who brought it up. The game clearly did this on purpose. They were like, we're gonna actually make him sound smart for once to throw everybody off. They did a good job of it.
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
I don't know.
Personally, I haven't a clue.
Well, maybe let's talk it out before giving up so easily, Celeste.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Why does it have to be one of those? Because are we saying the other two were laying in the... Yeah, right. They were saying the other two were laying by the dead body, so it couldn't have been those two hammers, I think.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Oh, well, Makoto, I got news for you, buddy. Technically, you can kill somebody with anything if you really try hard enough. I mean, if you think about it, you really can. There isn't really an object in this world that you can't kill somebody with if you really try super hard. You know? Like, I'll give you an example. A pencil. Can't really do much with a pencil. Could you kill somebody with it if you're creative? Absolutely. You know? Absolutely. How about even a squishy ball, right? You're like, there's no way you can kill somebody with a squishy ball. Yeah, there is if you really think about it. Think about it for a good few seconds, and you can. And I can think of a great way that you can actually kill somebody with just a squeeze ball, like that you like throw against your wall, bro. Like, it's possible. So Makoto, I actually think that you can kill somebody with any object if you really try hard enough.
Is it not possible?
Oh, sorry,
they
Hina. I
used a
skipped past
different
your
weapon?
thinking. You're thinking, I didn't mean to, but I'm sorry. What different weapon are we talking about, Byakuya?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Bro, he's still on his, like, acid trip of knowledge. This is insane.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Can we argue about it? because I don't know off the top of my head. Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding the case won't become clear until we figure that. It's a very important clue, and I'm so surprised that Hero of all people was the one who thought of it. But they definitely did that on purpose, like I said. Somehow I have to find the truth. They were like, wow, we're going to blow their minds, dude. We're going to blow their minds and make Hero sound smart. Mission accomplished, I suppose. All right, Broken Wristwatch, Blue Tarp, and Spotless Hammer. Well, if I was a gambling man, and I am, I would have to assume that it was Spotless Hammer, considering that's the only thing we haven't used.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
And what is that?
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Very true, very
How did
true.
nobody witness them carrying it?
Okay.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No.
Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Stop yapping, Jill.
One thing seems pretty clear.
Like nobody thinks you're funny.
The weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
Or did it?
No, it's wrong.
Because I don't think a Spotless Hammer is a Justice Hammer, is it?
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
It was a Spotless Hammer! Dun dun dun! Not a Justice, but a Spotless!
But, seriously? A different weapon?
What is a Spotless Hammer? I don't even remember what the Spotless Hammer is. I just had that was obviously what the answer was.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
One of the spare ones, sure. Yeah, there was like 8 of them left, so that makes perfect sense to me.
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Right, that chalky smell that I told you guys about like 10 episodes ago.
But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
I don't even remember seeing that hammer. We obviously did, I just don't remember it. Yes, is right. Maybe he'll explain it to you. I'm looking you dead in your eyes, you know. I know why I felt like doing that, but like...
scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Okay. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
Logically. I just felt like having a staring contest with Hina there, out of nowhere, for no reason whatsoever. LaSalle's a weird guy sometimes, man. Sometimes random things pop in my head, I'm like, I gotta do this, but I have no idea why.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones,
Yeah, look.
small ones.
There was like at least 3 spare hammers that you could use to easily kill somebody right there, bro. Makes perfect sense.
And even some flat mallet-like ones.
I don't know which ones you're referring to, but okay.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Bro, it's clear that the Justice Hammers were used as those... The Justice Hammers were those hammers. They just didn't use all of them. Makoto, come on, man. Put 2 and 2 together. Where else would they be getting those hammers? They're just painted on the damn hammers.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Because it was the exact same object, just not called Justice Hammer.
So Hifumi moved
the same
Taka's
object without
body
paint
to the
on it.
repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Right.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
That's crazy, bro. They betrayed Hifumi. That's messed up, dude. That's legitimately messed up. To have Hifumi work with you. What was the whole plan here? Like, you can't have an accomplice, I thought. What exactly was Hifumi thinking? What was he thinking he would get out of this? And did he think that he was gonna die afterwards? Like, I'm so confused at how this is, like, a thing. How would this even pulled off? And who the hell betrayed the poor man himself? Whoever it is, bro. They deserve the deepest punishment you could possibly... Deepest, darkest punishment you can imagine, bro. No mercy for them. That's messed up. 2 people to die. Or 3 people to die. No, 2 people to die. What? It's late. 2 people to die. Hifumi and Taka, bro.
Hold on a
Messed
moment.
up as hell.
I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Oh, and why is that, Celeste? Are you having another objection that we're just gonna be able to contradict, like, the entire trial so far?
The way the graduation rule works,
Okay, well,
there
this-
is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
This was exactly my point just 2 seconds ago, so I have to begrudgingly agree with her in this situation.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Okay, well, first of all, you're getting really defensive about it, which makes me think that you, again, have something to hide. But second of all, maybe there was a loophole. Clearly there is, because then it wouldn't have happened otherwise. We talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... I mean, she brings up a good point. She brings up the point I said just a few minutes ago, but obviously there is a workaround here that I have to figure out. We used all of these bullets already.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Uh-huh.
even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
That is the rule.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible.
Well,
that
it's
two
clearly
people
not
work together
impossible,
like
so I'm thinking we're going to have to absorb something and put that there, because none of our bullets work.
Explain to us.
None of our bullets work
But
on
that
that.
only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Right. That's sure. There's 2 murders in this
In
situation,
this
aren't
case,
there?
However, there were 2 murders.
There were 2 murders, Kyoko. You're doggone right. Just as much as you're doggone beautiful. Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane, or is there some chance? She's right. That's the loophole right there. There's 2 murders. Each of them kills somebody. They both become blackened. They both meet the requirements to graduate. But I bet you Hifumi didn't know about who was going to be killed as the other person. Oh, death. Serious death to whoever pulled this off, dude. Oh my goodness. This is like demonic thinking about this. Like, this is horrible.
Based on the rules,
The horrifying truth behind this is actually scary to realize.
More than one person is complicit
The
in
realization
murder,
is just, oh my goodness, it's hitting me like a
only the
truck.
one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
It is seriously, seriously messed up in the head.
Assuming the rule holds
Get wrecked, Celeste. Get out of here, bro.
No, that's wrong. Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
I mean, exactly what I just said, Sakura.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
You're right. 2 murders, 2 murderers. It makes completely sense. It makes completely sense. It went right over my head. It makes complete sense. And we were talking about during the investigation, we were like, oh, why would the murderer try to kill 2 people? Wouldn't that leave more clues, more, blah blah blah, like wouldn't it leave more chance of them being caught? Yes, which is why that wasn't actually what happened. It was 1 in 1. I get it now. I get it. And it's genius as hell, and it's blowing my mind that it's also sinking into my heart how evil this plot actually is, bro. The true horror behind it is just absolutely disturbing.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Don't be dense, you moron. You know what she's saying.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Exactly.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
And there was a potential mutual reward, wasn't there?
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
Yep, I thought of that a few seconds ago too. Absolutely, and then they betrayed him. I don't know what Hifumi thought was going to happen, though. Did Hifumi think that they were just going to kill somebody else? Like, I'm not really sure, but he's such a dull head, dude. He's such a dullard, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe he didn't see this coming.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
He's such an idiot that he can't actually think ahead, and he just went along with this plan like, like without a care in the world, because he absolutely believed whoever set this up.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Right, and then he's in deep. And there's nothing he can do to escape after he's done that. Messed the hell up, dude.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Horrible, dude. It's so bad. That's not even the worst part about it, though. It's the part at the end.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
True. It was absolutely freaking a work of evil genius right there. A spark of evil genius. I don't know how somebody thinks of something this elaborate and actually manages to pull it off. But you get the little solid round of applause. Too bad we are very close to running you down, Mr. or Mrs. Killer. We are very close and on the heels of your escape.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
So messed up, dude. And Hifumi's such a third grader. He never saw it coming, dude. Like, he's so dumb. Oh my goodness.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Messed up as hell. So messed up.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Hina, look at the people you're with, dude. Besides Kyoko, do you really trust anybody here? Like, and me, of course, Makoto. But, like, do you really trust anybody else here? Because I don't. I don't trust anybody else to actually be, like, a good person. To be a person with morals. I don't. I got news for you.
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning.
Of course you can.
Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
He probably thinks it's the most beautiful work of art ever designed in history. The effort made to convince us that the two murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. She knew the whole time. She knew the whole time, and why... I'm not going to go on a rant about this, guys, but, like, it's time and time again with this girl. She knows the whole thing. She doesn't say anything. She makes us figure it out on our own. She only comes around when we're, like, stuck at a puzzle and we need guidance. Like... Oh my goodness, if this was a real-life situation, this would piss me off so bad, I can't even tell you. Kyoko really is amazing. Oh, you got the hots for Makoto? Well, so do I. When you think about it, she's almost too amazing. She's almost too annoying about it, that's for sure. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this. Yeah, she is really good at it, which she has a God-given talent, which is ridiculous, considering she doesn't even use it the way that she should be using it.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Not liquor. It's sparkling apple juice. I already explained, or sparkling cider. I already explained in the last episode, in case you didn't see it, though. Okay? I'm out of waters. I'm just drinking juice for now, because I need something to quench my thirst.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yeah, it is. We need to find out who the hell is behind this damn thing. The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all of that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Right you are, Makoto the avocado, Makoto the avocado, Makoto the true lucky student, or whatever the heck your name is, the ultimate lucky student. You are so right. There is only one person who seems to fit this puzzle, isn't there? And now we get to select them. Boop, bop, 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 boop. You.
Here's my answer.
Get the hell out of here, Celeste, bro.
It was Celeste.
Get the hell out of here, bro. I've been known it was you forever. I'm just not supposed to, like, be so obvious about my answer, even though, you know, Even though I haven't. I'm like, it's between Hina and Celeste. Bro, I knew it was Celeste ever since she started, like, ever since really that bullet time battle came up at the beginning of the trial. That confirmed my suspicions completely. Why the hell would we have a bullet time battle at the beginning of the trial? That's always at the end. When she was, like, arguing so, like, aggressively for, like, no reason. Like, that completely tipped me off. And ever since then, I saw her completely different in this trial. And it was so easy to tell she was hiding stuff. Like, this was the most easy culprit yet. Easily. I could just, the entire trial, basically, I knew right after that moment, bro. Because viewing it from the lens of, I have a real suspicion about you, and seeing how things unfold after that, and just confirming after confirming after confirming my suspicion, it was way too easy. It was way too easy. So let's get the hell out of here, bro. You had an elaborate plan, but you did a bad job backing it up.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Celeste. You are the suspicious individual, and you're gonna end up taking the fall.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
Oh, you think it's a kind of joke, do you? Well, good luck explaining your way out of it, because you're gonna have to do a lot of work to do that.
A joke? I wonder.
Oh, yes. I happen to agree with Bichaku over here.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes, I am specifically saying that you chose to work together with Hifumi. And you know why I'm specifically saying that? Okay? Because Hifumi, you had under your little mask of power, okay? Remember the little tea thing where you asked him to make tea and he was your little piglet? Yes, your little piglet, yes. Because he's easily manipulative, Celeste, and you are very good at manipulating people, especially people as dumb as Hifumi. So yes, I am saying that you specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. That is exactly what I'm saying.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
He's easy prey. Shut up. You know why you did it, and you know what you did.
But I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
She's unraveling, boys. Oh, she's unraveling.
Pardonnez-moi.
Nope, your mask is slipping away, baby girl. Your mask is slipping away. You're donezo. You're out of here, bro.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support
A lot of it. Well, probably. In terms of my suspicion, there's a lot of evidence.
Is that so?
Yeah, that is so. You better put your tail between your legs and run, because you're about to get pounded.
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it Hifumi and Celeste had in common? The paper hidden in Hifumi's pants. This game never knows what to stop with this, dude. It's so funny. I actually didn't think about this, but yeah, they were the only one to see the robot. They were the only one to see the Robo Justice. Oh my goodness. I actually didn't put that together until now. Oh, you're so done, dude. That's the final piece of evidence I needed. Nobody else saw the damn thing except you.
I got it! The
You're damn right we
behavior
got
they
it.
had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
Nobody else saw that damn thing running around the school except you and Hifumi.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Meanwhile, Hero's stuffed in the pool locker for who knows how damn long. I don't even know how the man survived that, being stuffed in that stuffy suit inside a stuffy pool locker for like half a day. My goodness, Hero. I'm almost about to throw a party in your honor just for being able to do that.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Get the hell out of here, Byakuya.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't normally let the F words slip like that, but like, I had to there. How dare he say that after I basically solved this entire trial and he's basically been asking me every time to like solve the clues for him? What a jerk off for that.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Yes.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
I cannot believe this man just said the adults are talking now. I would just want to punch your stupid face. You were actually starting to grow on me a little bit.
You say everything they told us was a lie?
Yeah, Hina, that is what we are saying. I'm glad it's not you, by the way. You were my second suspect, so I'm glad that I much prefer Celeste being the guilty party than you. Absolutely. Even though I was trying to get to know her in free time, but that's going to go out the window now. I'm going to have to think about who I want in free time, and that's going to be a little Difficult decision, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Yes.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Something about a robot. I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Liar.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Uh-huh.
Next,
We did.
to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
A blood-curdling scream. Yeah, bro. She was guiding us around the damn school all to her liking while they set this whole thing up. Oh, it's so genius. Oh, my goodness. Danganronpa, Spike Chunsoft, you absolute genius. You're a hell of a genius, man. If I ever get to meet you, bro, I'm gonna shake you in the hand. I'm gonna give you a handshake, bro. You like what a brain to be able to come up with something like this. Spike Chunsoft, you are a genius, my guy.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Something that I don't remember. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. She saw him again, so she says. He ran off as soon as she screamed. Oh, right, so this was the point I was talking about in the last episode, or the episode before that, when I was like, she said she saw the guy, but he went down further in the hallway, and then everybody went further in the hallway, and there was nothing there. Why were we not immediately suspicious after that? There was nowhere where he could have gone.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. Come on, we gotta go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Dude, so messed up. How did she predict all of this? Like, she literally played it perfectly to a T. Like, this is insane. Her brain needs to be studied, actually. Her brain legitimately needs to be studied to actually think of something like this.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Insane, bro. Such a shame that such a talented brain is going to go to waste here, but, like, that brain is also filled with intent for pure evil. So, you know what? We can excuse it. Evil geniuses aren't welcome here. Yeah, she suggested the whole thing. She led this whole thing, bro. She orchestrated it all. Yep.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on.
So suspicious. We should have known right there,
That
bro.
was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Wow, dude.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
That's crazy. And none of us saw it. I certainly didn't see. I mean, how would I have seen that? I mean, you know, it's easy to look back on it now and say, how didn't I see that? But, like, in the moment, obviously, you're not going to pick up on small details like that. Seems you're cornered, girl.
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
I mean, I get where he's gonna go with this, but, like, anybody would take one look at him in that situation and say that he'd been murdered. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch there, Makoto.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Yeah, I guess, but, like, that's not the most solid piece of evidence I've ever heard in this game.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
And we got played.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
And that was on purpose too. Well, how could she predict you getting sick though? That's kind of a weird, crazy coincidence.
Wait! Then that was...
Wow. How convenient for Celeste.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
But they didn't know that Hino was going to feel sick. How was the original plan supposed to work? Now I'm curious. What if they never left their room?
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Wow. Some mountain of evidence against you, Celeste. There ain't really nothing you can do in this situation.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
There ain't nothing she can do, bro. She's hosed.
I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, that's all you can say, isn't it?
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, yeah. Bianca, put her 6 feet in the ground. Let's go.
Oh, did I?
Did I? Yes, you did.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What is he talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's my question, too.
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must be really enjoying this. Join the set of standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. That's weird about
I
that.
remember saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Yeah, I happen to agree. What is strange about that?
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko,
Okay,
and
jeez.
I
I'm
were first to
listening,
discover
boss.
Taka's body in the equipment room.
I'm listening, buddy boy. I'm listening. Aye, Captain.
Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Yep.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
I got it. She shouldn't have known. She should have known because we never opened our mouth about Taka being dead. She was not with that group that found Taka. She shouldn't have known. I understand now. She slipped up. She slipped up for dramatic performance, or was it on purpose and she didn't think we'd realize? It doesn't really matter. Regardless, it's a mistake and an error in judgment. It was a gamble, potentially, if it was on purpose and it failed.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, because she should have never known.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
The magic potion wore off, guys. He's dumb again.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Oh my goodness, dude. He's just having fun with it now.
If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Yagi said the Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? I understand what he's saying, but now I gotta argue it in a court of law. Monokuma File 3, Celeste's account? Alright, I'm gonna have to look at these stuff.
All I said was...
Yeah. Hold on. You give me a minute, baby. Give me a minute. What's Celeste's account? Apparently they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. Is that all? Okay, I don't think that's it.
They must really be enjoying this.
What's e-handbook?
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
Mm-hmm.
They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Alright, so they shouldn't know that. She shouldn't have known this at this
And that
point.
is all I said.
Right.
And that's all it takes to finish.
But what do we have to shoot that with?
Obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Did we absorb? Is that what we do? Could it be? Another absorption? They're really going hard on the absorptions today. On this trial specifically. What's so strange about what she said is, I think this has got to be it.
The
truth bullets don't make sense.
The sight of us standing around. They must be positively. We are all going to die. We are going to die.
No, it's wrong. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Yeah, because she shouldn't have dang known. Should she have, Makoto?
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
No. She somehow pulled that out from her brain, even though she shouldn't have known that it was even a thing. So there should have been no way she should have known, man. That's impossible. That's checkmate.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Yep.
So how did you know, Celeste?
Yep. How did you know? Miss Queen of Games, Miss Gambler, okay? You like to play chess? You like to play chess? Okay, do you know how to play chess? I don't know how to play chess, but what I do know is when you beat somebody in chess, you say checkmate. And I feel like that this is checkmate, okay? This is absolutely checkmate for you. There is no coming back from this, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Yeah? Was it just a lucky guess? Hello?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Are you kidding me, bro? This is gonna fool nobody.
Imaginations.
Yes, imaginations, Byakuya. That's what she said.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Yes.
Then what about the picture I took?
Well, you obviously faked it somehow. I mean, that's gotta be obvious at this point. You faked the picture.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
I don't know how to explain it, but you obviously
It has to be
faked
some
it.
kind of setup, right?
Obviously, yes.
So let's put the suit on.
Oh no. I don't.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Unfortunately, only you can fit in it. We established that earlier, so I don't think that that's the case.
Have you simply forgotten?
Yeah.
You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
Right.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Because you just found out some way to fake it. I don't know how the exact specifics work. We'll explain it and I'll get to the bottom of it. But that's clearly what happened. It's not that hard to figure out in terms of what could have happened.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
No, because you're saying it, so no, I guess we're not.
What could you possibly mean by that?
It sounds pretty self-explanatory to me, to be honest.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
Kyoko starting the cat fight.
No, there is no other explanation.
Oh, really? Okay. Then I guess we should just listen to Celeste and be done with it. Since she said so. Other explanations? If there wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi and the suspect have been drinking. Yes, they're both alcoholics. There you go. That's your answer right there. Oh no, they're dancing. You know, they're doing a little waltz. That's what they're doing. They're doing a school waltz at 7 in the morning. Ooh, he's dragging the suspect away himself, but the way they angled it was, oh, that's genius, dude. That's genius. Oh my goodness, that's genius. Good job, game. Good job. That's another point for Spike right there.
The suspect dragging Hifumi away.
That's another point for Spike Chun Sauce right there. Good job, Spike. That's another amazing little thing you were able to do to blow my mind. So you're pretty good at doing that.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
You would have never thought that by initially looking at it, or even looking at it multiple times. But now that he says it, I can't unsee it. Ooh, you don't like that, do you?
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Just say if it's true or not. Stop being mysterious and just confirm it or deny it. Sorry, Kyoko, but please.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
Okay, thank you. So, It's funny because it looks like Hifumi is sweating because he's taking the robot's like dragging him away, but no, it's because Hifumi's trying to lift him up, and that's why he's sweaty. It's like an optical illusion, dude. It's throwing me off.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Yeah, poor Hero is just stuck in that suit. He can't do nothing. He's probably knocked out.
And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Yep.
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
Right.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing.
Oh, you really don't have anything else you can say, do you? You know you're absolutely screwed, bro. There's nowhere for you to run at this point.
It's utterly impossible.
Oh, jeez, they're just gonna keep trying.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Okay, why is it ridiculous? Why is it ridiculous?
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Therefore, neither do I. If Kyoko says it, it's law. Well, if Byakuya says it's law, if Kyoko says it, I listen.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Don't you dare talk to her like that, bro. I'll literally end you before the trial's even over. Screw the formalities, bro. You'll die before the trial's even over. You talk to her like that. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible? Apparently, because we're about to try to prove with 5 truth bullets. My goodness. Alright, let's listen to what they have to say.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
Yep, no contradiction
You
there.
tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Shut up, bro. I'm gonna clock you. 2
As
seconds.
you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
Wow, you're so quick to change your mind. So quick to change your mind, Jill. Like you don't even have one of your own, basically. No, it's not the right. There's definitely a contradiction which Celeste is trying to claim.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Are we talking about how the... Are we talking about how the costume can't bend? In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Okay, so if you're wearing it, despite the fact that it would look like that, you can't bend your waist, so therefore it's going to look like you're standing straight up no matter what position you're in, even if you're the one being dragged away instead of vice versa. You're done. You're done. You're done. I'm sorry. You're done. Stop with these desperate excuses, bro.
Make me look like the bad guy.
Stop
Like
these
I
desperate
said,
excuses,
as you
bro.
can see in the
You're
picture,
done.
If the person inside, there's no way.
No, it's wrong. No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Get out of here, bro. Man, this game makes me feel smart sometimes, I swear.
Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
The funny thing is I'm not smart. I guess I'm just good at this type of thing when they break it down for me easily. Totally can't bend it the way. Seems like a pretty obvious. Oh, yeah, we already went over this. We know.
That's right. They totally made a mistake when they
Look at
made it,
Monokuma
so it
freaking
couldn't bend
cheesing
at the
over there,
waist.
bro. Bro is cheesing. He's enjoying all this a lot. So am I, to be honest. Him and I are in the same boat.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Yeah, probably, so that they could fake the picture. It makes perfect sense. Ooh, nah, I think she's really running out of excuses now. I mean, she's come up with like 20 of them. I would have to think her list at this point is pretty short of remaining excuses.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it.
It just keeps getting worse and worse for her.
That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
No, look at her hand, brother. I'm gonna enjoy this. That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't really have any like hatred or aggression towards Celeste until this trial. Now she's actually like on my hate list, low-key, just because of how annoying and jerk-offish she's acting towards everybody. And also, like, can't talk to Hiyoko that way. And also the thing she said about Makoto in the last episode where she was like, nobody expects much from you anyway, that brought her down from like a 40 to like a 15, bro. Like, absolutely insane. You cannot talk like that to my main character. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Well then,
Not okay.
I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate! There's no way the game actually thought of the same thing I did. We literally both thought of checkmate because she's like she plays games. She's like a gambler. This game was made for me, dude. I keep doing this, bro. I don't know how I keep being in sync with the game. It's crazy.
Checkmate?
Yeah, checkmate. You know what that means, bro? This is crazy. This is like a full circle moment for me. I can't believe I actually said the thing that the game was gonna say later. Checkmate indeed. Where are we going? I can't really stretch my head much anymore. Oh, she's going insane. She's going insane. She's going insane. She's going back crap, bro.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot. What do you mean, checkmate?
Hello? Who are you?
Celeste?
I don't ever want to see this face again. Please stop.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box.
Why's she talking like that, bro?
One little problem.
Why is she talking like that? She sounds totally weird.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Bro, I don't give a crap what a freaking halfway into heaven Hifumi said when he lay dying. That's not going to be enough to prove anything at this point. Hey, Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro. He's like, he's not even with us anymore at this point, bro. He's just saying like random stuff. We're not gonna base this off of anything at this point. I'm sorry. The man is not even in his right mind at all. He just thinks of Hiro because he was.
When he asked him
That was who they were trying to accuse initially.
The answer was quite clear, was it not?
Why is she talking like that, dude? I don't like that.
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Why is that going to be our basis for determining our answer? He's literally, like, he's not even, like, sane at that point.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
It's not going to work, bro. It's not. Just give it up.
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Just be quiet, bro. If you just be quiet, this will all get solved. Just don't open your mouth, please.
Your confusing statements don't make any
Thank you.
sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Literally, just shut up. Put a zipper in your mouth and just shut up, because, like, everything will get solved if you don't talk.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
I don't know. Like I said, the man wasn't in his right mind, but are you saying he was talking about somebody else?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
What did I tell you about talking to her like that? You know what, Celeste? I'll burn you alive. How about that? You want to? You know what? I told you. I gave you a warning, bro. I gave you a warning, okay? And this is what happens, okay, when people don't listen to my warning, bro. This is exactly what happens. I tried to warn you, bro. I did. I tried to warn you, but unfortunately, you're gonna get wrecked, bro. Oops. That is not what I meant to do. I just want to click on the dang fire. How about that? Can I click on the fire? No, the fire is not letting me click on it. How annoying, bro. I'm trying to click on the fire. It's not even moving. Ruining my moment with the stupid gifts. Whatever, bro. She's taking it enough. She's taking it enough. I don't even need to move the dang fire. It's all good. I'll burn you alive.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Get wrecked. Talk about burning Kyoko. How dare you talk to my lady that way, bro? How dare you? You have no right. You're on death row and you're talking to my lady like that. You got some nerve, Celeste. You got some damn nerve to do that.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said for serious a lot. He said people's last names. He gave everybody nicknames. Did he refer to us by our last names? I'm trying to think. What did he say? Did he say like Miss Ludenberg, Mr. What the heck? What was Taka's last name? Why am I blanking on his last name? Kiyotaka, was it Ishimaru? I think I remember him saying like Mr. Ishimaru or something like when they were arguing about like alter ego. I don't remember, but I feel like this is the answer. I don't think it's any of the other ones.
I got it!
Okay, that's right.
That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
That's right. He was like really proper with it for some reason. I never called him out on that, but like I always thought that was kind of different.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
I should have just thought of Makoto. Why was I trying to think like outside the box? Yeah, he definitely said Mr. He's like, Mr. Naegi, you're not going to the trash room without me. Like, yeah, bro, I remember. Oh my goodness, it's so true.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
But Celeste's last name is Ludenberg, is it not? That's what I named one of my prior episodes. I named it Loserberg.
I'm sure it was just incidental, by chance.
Oh, incidental.
First name.
Bro, you are really trying way too hard here.
Indecent?
What? Nobody said that.
Don't talk.
Okay, Byakuya, you solely get 1 point. You get another point after, you messed up before by telling Makoto that the adults are in the room and talking or whatever, but like, you get 1 redemption point right there. Don't blow it, because that was pretty damn funny.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
Not really in this situation. At all. You're cooked, Celeste.
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
Unless, he was not in his right mind, which he wasn't, but whatever, we'll just go with that.
But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
Wow, also how convenient for Celeste.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Sure seems like it, man.
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
It doesn't, right. Celeste's last name is Ludenberg, so what was he trying to say?
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
Who? Who?
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
She didn't? Am I forgetting something? Her last name's a fake name?
What did you just say?
I think you understood what he said. I just didn't remember that this was even a thing, that we didn't know her real last name.
To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit.
How about you do neither? For the sake of things. Please.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Well, you're about to lose, so yes. To be honest with you.
Well, do I?
Yes, you do. In fact, you look. That is the face of a loser, a sore loser, which I am one of. When I lose, I'm a sore loser. That's a hella sore loser face right there.
What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Does not look good for you, girl. Like, at all. In fact, I don't even know how one gets eyes like that. That's a lot of sleepless nights. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open
Why?
and listen up!
This is hilarious, bro, because she's not gonna come out of this like, the way that she wants. It's not gonna work out for her. So this is just hilarious to me. She's just desperately trying to survive, and it's not gonna work.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Well, clearly, you're not telling the truth. And I forgot that you weren't telling truth, but Makoto claims it, so, I'm gonna trust him on this one since I have no reason not to. Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Another argument? Jeez, dude. I have a feeling this is going... Oh, well, we haven't used the handbook yet.
Trying to tell us something.
That's something that's been lingering around. We haven't used yet.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name.
Since we don't know their real last name, yeah.
Be you, Celeste.
That's the only person we don't know the real name for.
What your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestial Ludenberg! God damn it!
She's really freaking out, man.
How
I would
long
be
do
too
you
if I was
plan
about
to
to
go on
die.
pretending?
I love it when Master yells at people. Yeah, what a
Pretending.
brilliant white noise that was.
And since you have no way to contradict
Look at all these white noise things, bro.
That's the only truth there is!
You're done. You're done. You're done. Is there any way to make her face the truth? It's E-Handbook, bro, because the
He
E-Handbook.
wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
One more stroke of genius from Spike. The E-Handbook tells you your names when you turn it on, bro. You're done. You're done. You're done.
How long do you
You're done.
I'm not pretending.
For the 500th time, you are done.
The only truth there is! Moron!
Excuse me? But it didn't even give me the wrong anime. You know, it normally says like you're wrong. There's like dialogue afterwards. It just hit red and then it didn't like do anything. Hello?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Is it not E-Handbook?
He wanted us to know the killer's last name. Yasuhiro.
Is it his dying
One
message?
person here who might have that. It would have to be you, Celeste. How many times?
No, isn't his message? Oh, that's not what I meant to say. No, that's Hero's message, bro. Yasuhiro's message was Hero's message. Yeah, it's not that. What is the E-Handbook, bro? The owner's name is. How is it not the E-Handbook? Was that just a glitch?
Celestial Ludenberg! God damn it!
I'm gonna try it again because it didn't come up with the
How
dialogue.
long do you plan to go on?
It might have been a weird glitch, bro. Stop.
No, it's wrong.
What in the weird glitch was that?
That's it. The handbook.
Bro, the game tried to make me second guess myself. Are you kidding me? I knew it, and the game... You guys saw it lit up red for a second. But, like, if it lights up red, it's supposed to trigger, like, alternative dialogue, where it's like, you know, oh, you're so stupid. Why would you ever say that? It didn't do that. It just turned red and nothing happened afterwards. That was so weird. I don't think that's supposed to happen. It totally made me second guess myself. I was like, what? But like, it didn't come up with the dialogue, so what's going on with that? The handbook, you're cooked.
What? Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
I haven't done his voice in so long, dude. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check our handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Correct?
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
Yeah, absolutely right, dude.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Okay, well, we'll see if you'll cooperate in the next damn episode because we're out of time, and you better, or we'll just vote right now because there's your answer right there. My friends, thank you so much for watching. Seems we've cornered Celeste to a point where she finally cannot squeal out of any longer, and I am so excited to get her the hell out of here. So excited. The game really tried to make me think I was wrong on that last one, bro. Screw your game. I don't care, man. We were right the whole way. The game was trying to make me second guess myself. I knew it was right, because I'm him, bro. And you're you. And we're LaSalad all together. This is LaSalad signing out. I hope you Have a good rest of your day, night. And if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I will see you very soon, my friends. Peace out. And bye. Bye.